Now we want to look at circle trip with varying carrier fares. So actually when there are RT fares return from only to any stopover point, which differ according to the carriers, are used on the outbound and inbound fare component, use the lower of such round trip fares. So what I'm trying to say is when it comes to carrier, we have industry fares, at the same time we have carrier fares, yeah? So you start by looking at the carrier fares in there before you go to the what? To the industry fares, yeah? So if you look at this example, this is our reservation. You can see CX Cathay Pacific. This is a business class premium. All this is from Sydney to Hong Kong. All this, so these are the outbound is operated by Cathay. This is the outbound. This one here you can see Cathay. Although we are told it is operated by Qatar Airways. And then here again we have what British Airways. Here, and then we have Garuda. So let us see. So what you can do is when it comes to the fare break point, you remember what we are doing, that is you write from origin to intermediate, you write the LPMs, and then you pick the furthest. You can see this is the furthest, yeah? So let us go to the to the PAT bits. Let me see what, let us go to the PAT and look at what the fare. So here we are. Let us see. So we go back to the fare here. And then we write here Sydney. That is Sydney to, that is Sydney. I'm looking for Sydney, that is Yankee. Sydney. So we have Sydney, and then our fare break point is what? London. So we put our London. And then we search. So you can see these fares. All these are fares. So if we are looking at carrier. So whenever we come across YY, it means that is industry. But we have what? You can see we have CX, then we have GA. So if you look at that itinerary, we both have CX for the outbound and we have what? Garuda. Here we have. So let us check, let us just go again and look at that. So we have so let us look at the reservation again. So here we are. So you can see this is a CX, then BA, then GA. So you realize that CX has its own fare, and then also GA we came across. So when we are calculating, we shall have to consider the carrier fare first, yeah? So how do we do it, yeah? So let us go back to the board and look at the steps. We look at the steps on how to. Now let us look at the steps. So we have our Sydney to London. This is the outbound. Then we have the inbound. You remember inbound. We have again Sydney to London. You remember this Sydney up to London. Then again Sydney to London. So we have the outbound, inbound, and then we go to our fare. So if you look at our fare, this is business class. This should be business. So the fare is a business, and I believe you still remember what you are doing. So this will be a business class. But what you want to look at is I want to see how the fare is quoted, because you have there's a difference between the carrier fare and the what and the industry fare. So let us go and look at the PAT again. Now, if you look at we have that is Sydney to London, business class. So we are looking for the carrier fare. You can see this is industry, but let us look for the CX for the outbound. Here CX is. I hope you can be able to see this. CX, and then you look for the class of service, yeah? Like whiskey is economy, premium, but we are looking at business. So the Juliet here, we are looking at the Juliet. You remember it was Juliet. And then we shall look at our return. So we have this. We have this one. This is the fare. I mean, this is the rule. This is the MPM. So we have to like X and W. So X stands for weekday. Whiskey or W stands for weekend. Yeah? So like if you go back to the what? To the reservation, let us see. If you go back to the reservation, um, just a minute. If you go back to the reservation. Now if you look at this reservation, you can see CX, Juliet class, departing on 2nd of what? July. If you look at 4 year stands for Thursday, yeah? And then for the inbound also we have what? 1 year stands for Monday, 5 stands for Friday. So you realize the entire journey is within what? The weekday, yeah? So like when you quote the fare, then you quote the what? Weekday. You can see like here, JXRT, and then we have what? This one here. So let us go a bit again and look at the PAT. Just a minute. So you can see this. Where is it here? You can see we are picking on this here. This one here. So you come here. Here it is. You divide this by 2. You get this. So if you divide this by 2, remember that is Juliet. This one here. By 2, you get this. Then for the inbound, if we go back to the inbound, we are looking for the what? We are looking for the GA. The GA is here. We found that GA we don't have what? GA here it is. We have GA Garuda. So if you open this room, so you are told business class one way, OJ by Garuda, additional differences seasonality. Then we have 17. Let us see, just a minute. Application flight travel permitted on Garuda flights is exception not valid on codeshare flights. Yeah, but if you look at our itinerary, we have codeshare somewhere here, so that one will not apply. So we have codeshare. Just a minute. Codeshare somewhere here. Yeah, here it is. So if you look at this, operated by what? Qatar Airways, which means there's a commercial arrangement with this. So that one will not apply for Garuda because it's operated by Qatar, and we are told it does not include codeshare. So what we shall do, instead of quoting the what Garuda fare, we shall now go and take the industry. That one will default to the industry because it has the qualifier. So you come here and take the industry. So if you go back again to the notes, I will find that here they have taken what you can see a Garuda defaults to industry. So we are taking this business industry because we don't have J there. So we are getting this and then you divide by 2. That's what we are getting. And then the rules, you remember the rules apply. MPM was 13 to 20. I hope you said remember. For the outbound, if you add the outbound, what TPMs gives you this, inbound TPMs give you this. EMA is not applicable because the TPMs are less than what MPM, so they are within mileage. Also, they are within mileage. IEP not applicable, but this one here is on mileage EMS. EMS you write M, yeah. If we had a surcharge like the previous one, you remember 5M is when you write 5M, 10M. But if it's all within mileage, you indicate by M, yeah. Then the heap, you remember how to get the heap. For the outbound, you start with the outbound, you see whether there's a heap. If there's no, like here, there's nil. You do the same in the inbound. The same formula I gave you, that is the origin, intermediate destination. You do it for the outbound. Again, you do it for the inbound. So in this case, they are nil. The rule is nil because we don't have heap. Then the applicable fare, we take this fare because we don't have if we don't have EMS. The same applies to the what inbound. So if you compare this and this, you find that there are different what fares. So this one here qualifies as what circle trip. And then when it comes here, there's a possibility you can add this and this here because this one here is industry. So meaning industry can be added with what? With a carrier. So we are getting this. But in case we add carrier and carrier, then it will be different, yeah? Because you cannot combine two fares of different carriers together. So that one we shall come across it, we shall do another example in future so that you distinguish between two different carriers. But this one here is okay. After adding, you have our total here. Then you go to the IATA rate of exchange, which gives you go to the what? Sydney is in Australia. So you go to the what IATA rate of exchange, Australia, it will give you this. So you'll have to convert to Australian dollar, which will give you to hire 2 decimal places. So if you hire this to hire 1, it will give you what? 74. 2 decimal places, it will give you what? 0, 0. So that's how it is, yeah? So that's why if you come across carrier fares, that's how we do it.